I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, guys? We are back with another after show for Love and Hip Hop Miami. This is season 3, episode 6, entitled Apology Tour. I am here with my amazing co-host. You guys go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I am Alfred Nolan Thomas II. Holla at your boy.
I am Jeroslyn Jovan at Jeroslyn Diva.
Yes, and of course, I'm your girl Tyra, and we have a lot to talk about today. So let's go ahead and get into a few of these teases. We're going to talk about the rekindling of relationships between all of the people on the show. We got to talk about the huge fight, of course, that happened smack dab in the beginning. Okay. And then we got to talk about this apology tour. Like, what's going on? Are they apologizing or are they trying to do their own thing? So with that being said, what are your overall thoughts?
This episode was so good. I was so here for it because we saw it cut off last week with Suki and Nikki. And first of all, that was hilarious. Suki's little knots. And then this week it continued because Nikki's just a hot mess. So I was just so here for that. And it's the unfurling of Trick Daddy's arrest. So
we finally see the reaction
and his response, which I'm excited. I'm looking forward to us getting into that.
Yeah,
I feel this was an amazing episode of high energy people. A lot of couth would have avoided a lot of things that I believe happened in this episode. I think it's one where you can definitely feel that there's a lot of education to be had between the OGs, the young up-and-comings, the wannabes to the is right nows. I felt like it was one of those shows where you saw them just like in a museum form or at a zoo form, let them go wild.
Literally
and these lessons
form.
were just dropping.
With a chameleon. So it was definitely a zoo.
It was a zoo today.
It was a zoo. I thought it was a good episode, too. I really was here for the whole rekindling of the relationship.
Oh, yeah.
We got to see a little bit of Briscoe and his baby mama.
So
really it was just cool to see, like, the different sides. So, okay, let's just get into it.
So much to talk about.
You know what? I was going to start with the rekindling, but let's just get into this fight because it was just too juicy to wait for. So, y'all, the episode picked up with the fight, y'all. I mean, we see the wigs getting tossed. We see the fists getting thrown. We see Trina. Y'all, Trina went crazy.
Yes.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Then had the nerve in the later scene to be like, you gotta just know when to walk away.
Yeah. Trina, okay, so this is what had me confused though. Because before Nikki Natural called her a bitch, she was going through this whole thing like you supposed
okay, because she spelled it out.
The beat word is what she said.
And in that order.
I got something to say later because it's in the show. And my producer said I can say it, so I can't wait to say it. I'm going to say it. Oh
my God. Okay, I got to be crying up here.
Okay.
So, where was I leaving? So, Nikki Natural, she says to Trina, like, you know, I put my trust in you and all of this. You betrayed me. I'm confused, y'all, because didn't you walk in talking about how you deserve to be there, and now you call her a B because you feel like she wasn't defending you? Like, I mean, what was your reaction to that? Because I was kind of confused.
Nikki, why are you, first of all, I can, in a little bit, I can understand Nikki just being hot because it's like, you know, all them people attacking you, and I've been in that position where it's like, you already hot, so whoever is coming at you, even if they're coming to console you, it's like, you getting all this energy right now, and don't take it personal. However, again, it's Trina. Like, I don't understand why Nikki can never check herself, and then on top of that, you stole Suki's phone. What you thought it was going to be the next time?
Your wig.
And threw it in the pool with your Gucci purse. What you thought it was going to be when you took somebody's property, somebody like Suki. We already know what Suki's about. Right. You see her social media. That's the wrong person to take a phone from.
The wrong person.
So...
Okay. I've been in a lot of interesting fights in Miami, and half of that was just being in the heat of the moment. It goes down like that. When you mad, you say things, and when everybody looks like they the ops, sometimes it's not the right time to console a person right after they probably didn't show it. But I'm pretty sure she got hit. She said blood was somewhere, and I don't know where the blood was.
The ambulance was called.
Yeah,
exactly.
On top of you starting to fight, I didn't mean to cut you off. On top of you starting to fight, you telling the police you got jumped. So now you're a snitch.
Right.
She just added to the little collection plate.
Proper reporting. If you got jumped, then I say, if it gets to the extent where you have to call the cops, I'm not a snitch, but if I'm in a serious situation where I gotta tell what happens. I don't think that was a snitching, she did it type thing, but it's more like, this is what's happening. It's crazy. The cops need to come. I think that could have been avoided, but once you get to a point where people are getting jumped, you never know how far that could go. That could be real bad.
Right, but I feel like it was snitching because she was like she started it. It's not like they caught her off guard. That's when you get jumped. When they catch you off guard and it's a group of girls that just come and whoop you.
You're starting with every individual there.
Each person. You didn't pick on each person and then try to play the victim when the police come. I just feel like that wasn't cool and you can't hold your ground at this point.
Even though, one, if I was Suki, I would be petty and press charges back because she stole property.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in jumping. If I was one of them, I think the only person who really had the most right to fight her was Suki.
But the jumping started because of hood brat.
Yeah.
Can explain that a little bit.
So because they were the first ones there. Remember, it was Sukiana and then Hood Brat showed up, and when they got into it, Hood Brat threw herself in, and that's how it started. I can't remember how Chameleon got into it.
And that's what she was always saying about Hood Brat being.
She's a party starter. She's one of them friends that you can't bring around if you got an altercation with somebody because she only wants to be your side. Let's jump this person on. You know what I mean? And you need those kind of friends. So quality when it comes to running in these streets.
Okay.
But as far as Kuth and them losing the tour and losing the opportunity, this is why you have, a way about your manners, your respect for people, your respect for yourself. I mean, I don't believe anybody stood back and let somebody walk over them, but because of that and no one sees a bigger picture, even Trina didn't see a bigger picture as in trying to calm this stuff down instead of allowing herself to get wrapped up in the emotion or even knew that it wasn't the proper time to try to talk to somebody that you have odds with, that's going through odds with your people kind of ish with this tour thing. You shouldn't have been shocked that she snapped at you, although that was mad left. But it was still one of them situations where in the heat of battle, you never know. That's how you get punched by your friend by accident. When you know what I'm saying? Round up.
I mean, but
the extras.
She started this thing for them. She's going through her own personal stuff, and now she's trying to be that giving hand. I mean, I get it. You should hold your composure, but Trina has been at her breaking point this whole season.
The whole time.
So at this point, nobody's safe.
Low-key is Joy's fault because she the one who brought Nikki back into the situation, but I didn't want to say that.
I honestly, that's what I was going to touch on. I do not feel that Nikki should have been invited to the tour. And then for the other girls, aside from Chameleon, because you dropping 15 racks for your own video, I think Suki and Hood Brat really needed this opportunity. So you got to learn to put the ratchet aside. You got kids. The other one's taking care of her sister's kids. Y'all over here letting people know how much you need this opportunity, and you're going to just go throw it away for some whack girl who doesn't care. And I want to talk about that, but I do want to get back to Joy. I was kind of upset with her because she just sitting there like, ooh, what's going to happen? Sis, control Nikki because you helped her come back here. You should have been like, you know what? I'm done with you. You ruined this opportunity. Now I'm mad at you. She should have been the one fighting, not Trina. Pretty much.
So I was just
are the girls.
And it's watch people's energy who like drama, because they'll start drama without trying, or they'll put things in place to have drama without trying. Not that I'm saying she's a drama person, but all her situations are her manipulating Trick to meet the old lady. It's bringing a negative thing to the forefront for people to have to deal with. For what? She's not getting anything out of this other than entertainment, and I'm guessing the show needs entertainment, so she's setting up stuff. But other than that, I can't see how you will want somebody around like that in your life.
Right.
Like I if you're playing yourself out like this, Joy, for a storyline, because let's be honest, she has no storyline.
True.
Her storyline this season is just kind of creating drama and just
and her and Bobby Light. That's when I knew it was something wrong when Bobby Light agreed. Like,
I
was like, what?
You should give her a chance. And he
I was like, I knew that was wrong. He's the only one. He ain't even in the show. He just comes to just do that extra.
And honestly, I would have rather seen more of Bobby on camera than Joy, because Bobby has a storyline. He's an actual artist. He's a gay rapper.
He has personality.
He has personality. He's okay with being himself. I would much rather see somebody, because that's the one thing I like about Miami compared to the other Love and Hip Hops. You can tell these are authentic storylines. They're not like fabricating things.
Because they're from Miami.
So the only thing that comes off as like a fabrication is just Joy And it seems like you're just looking for a storyline. So I would say, Joy, unless you have a real storyline, I don't think you need to be back next season.
Low key. Okay.
It's just my honest
She just wrote her off the show.
Unless you want to get back with Trick.
Honestly,
you get back with Trick, and then you got a nice little storyline right there. Next time, come back to Daddy. Come on back to Daddy.
I'm gonna put Joy in the category with Hood Brat at this point.
Yes,
because
that's what I'm saying.
it's getting out of hand. So let's go ahead and just get into Little Miss Hood Brat. So she had this little meeting with her boyfriend Kenny, and he told her, you know what? You effed up and you need to go apologize. And she has this apology luncheon, whatever, with Trina. And Trina just pretty much told her, like, I'm washing my hands with the situation. I'm not doing it. Do we blame her? Because I really, in that moment, I thought Trina was gonna give in. You know, like she has this guard up, but she also is very compassionate. So she will go back and be like, you know what? I can still pour into these girls. Maybe they need a role model or something like that.
No, she know they don't. They ain't the girls that even if you give them a role model, it's not. Suki, come on now.
Yeah,
it's not. They're not there yet. And then, like you said, she's still healing, and she's just like, I'm just not gonna allocate my energy to that. I did it twice now. She had the auditions, and then she set up the little training thing, and each time it was a disaster. If you give it a third time, it's like then Trina's the fool.
And she had a good point. She was saying, like, you know, what if I took y'all on tour and a fight break out on the bus or something like that? Like, how would have that handled? And I just didn't factor that in. It's so much that can go into play with this that they can go on tour and they'll completely destroy it just within themselves.
And you see even just the lack of something's just missing there. The fact that Saucy, shout out to Saucy's the one that had to remind them, like, if y'all really want to do this tour, you could do it yourself. They just sitting there talking about their issues. And it's like, you got to be mindful. Like, I'm just talking to my girls right now. Like, be mindful of the people you hang around. Like, if you're around somebody they just sitting there talking about their problems, and no solutions, that's just not people I have time for.
I commend him for that.
He was the only one.
Yeah, it was really cool how, like, he brought it, because we live in an age now where it's like, you can make it happen yourself. Everybody is becoming a celebrity or whatever just by doing their own thing. Right. So it was cool that he gave them that new perspective. Now, I don't know how it's going to work because they still are messy, but, I mean, it was an eye-opener, you know, y'all can still do this. Y'all, depending on this lady, if you want it that bad and you want custody of your daughters that bad, do it yourself.
I am looking forward to see how they're going to work together, if they can work together.
I've had the opportunity of working with a lot of OGs. If you work with OGs, you have to have a certain respect for them and what they've accomplished as well as yourself. If you want to achieve a lot, it just comes down to where your goals are, where you are in life, and how you balance that. And when it comes to working with older tenure type artists or producers or directors, you have to, it's not a father-son situation or that kind of parent-child, but it's one of those situations where you're expecting to receive from them. So if you want to receive, you're going to have to bow down because you're not their family, and if you want to be a part of their family, you're going to have to prove yourself. That's,
Come on with the gems. Speaking of gems,
you need to have gems, though, after watching the show like this. So I'm glad we can give y'all some balance.
Because y'all buzz assholes don't want
Okay.
They said in the show, so I said I can say I was trying to bring it in during the fight. So,
God.
You got to put them in a place sometimes.
Put them in a place sometimes. Yeah. Okay, y'all. So we love you guys, and we love you guys tuning into us every day, every week. Alfie, can you let them know how they can stay tuned?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on YouTube. We love your subscribing. We love your 5 stars. This is the epitome of dope journalism.
Yes.
Maria Menounos and Keven have really gave us opportunity to love on our shows, but also, dive into our journalistic skills, let us all show where they lie, and just live like fans like you. In the industry, you'll see them popping up everywhere. You see me every now and then. But definitely, we love just to commentate journalistic skills. Give us 5 stars. We are the
ESPN of TV Talk. We got you.
I love it.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about these relationship kindles.
Relationship
kindles.
I like that.
Cute.
That is really
cute.
It
was a little word flop and it came out cute. This is why I mess with y'all.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about Brisco and Chello.
I really liked seeing that. One, I really like Briscoe's storyline. I'm not even gonna lie. I have a brother who just got out last June. I got one who's coming out next month. And it is a journey. And it really takes a village. Like, it takes your family, it takes all your loved ones, real friends, to support somebody coming out because it's hard for them.
Yeah.
And so to see Briscoe rebuilding his relationship with his son, then going to the son's mother, seemingly admitting to his wrong with the cheating, but I just didn't like that comment of, you wasn't stopping me. Like, boy, bye.
I was gonna hit on that because y'all dudes, I was gonna say the N-word, but y'all love flipping the script, okay? They love flipping the script. You did all of this and had the audacity to say to your baby mama who was with you for 12 years that she let you do it, regardless if you sincerely thought that she was letting you do it. That what kind of man are you? You should have been like, you know what, I got a good woman. She, like, you know,
and you had enough time to think about it while you was locked up. Like, how you gonna come out and say that?
Say that
it was your fault because you let me. Boy, if you don't,
I would have threw that water in his face on that table.
I still commend him. Like, you can see that he's really into her. You can see she's into him, but they have a lot of rebuilding with the trust. And I have hope for them. And she is a very beautiful woman, so I hope to see them back together.
Too. Okay, Alfie, because you
were
triggered by my comments, so go ahead and give your little spiel.
I'm not gonna preach. I'm gonna make this quick. Guys in the business of doing entertainment, sometimes they get caught up in it. I mean, there's a lot of temptations, but I mean, I believe it's the soul of a man that chooses his choices. So it's one of
soul. I'm sick of you.
Let me get this out. So when it comes to this particular situation, I think, you know, guys get overzealous that have like a lot going on and they have that ride or die. But I don't necessarily know if she's a ride or die because with him talking without divulging and me being a man of myself that can understand where he's coming from, I'm sure she's had stuff on her side that isn't so lovely. So that whole "you didn't stop me" thing is a little grayish for me because usually a person that allows stuff has got something going on. So that's cool.
What do you mean allow?
Like if it's a situation where you know he's a cheater type and you go do the investigating or you don't bring it to a head to where y'all really talking what's going on, what you doing, you are more than likely a girl who's got her own thing going on. Very pretty woman. And the way they were interacting, she didn't seem like you just hurt me alone. They seem like they have real issues of a couple, and that plays into that.
Yeah.
That's why I can't give y'all stance too much leg, but a little bit of leg because I don't know her. So it's one of them situations where, that's entertainment stuff.
Yeah,
sometimes.
we need to. I'm sure it's gonna come out.
Yeah, because I completely get what you're saying.
Stuff.
Like you wouldn't allow it, but according to her, she didn't allow it. But we were just introduced. She said that.
Drama.
So
there's two sides, three sides.
Because she was sticking around finding out stuff, which means there's a lot of extras that were going on without them talking.
We have to find out the third side of the story.
Yeah, they just brought her in. We got to get a little bit more on that story. I did want to touch on how she was talking about their son and how, like, she was just saying that it's evident that him being absent from his life for a couple years, it really played a toll on him. And I don't know if that's going to give Briscoe that. I don't know. Because he was so big on, I want to bring my family back together. Do you think he is going to be able to do that? Because he was just trying to push up on Joy.
More than likely not. Only because when you have children, that's what makes his situation kind of special, because when you have children, there's this weight of fatherhoodness. There's this weight of, I've abandoned my family. There's this weight of, I care about these people. Even if it didn't work out, it's still, he's always going to have an attachment to that part of him. So him going out with the son, these are things that happen, but I mean, my G, when you mess up, you may lose it forever. And that's what I'm trying to see what happens with him. I hope for the best, but when I see reality, and they got kids, so there's elements of y'all went through real issues in order for y'all not to be together if y'all got kids. So, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like he should, I feel like he should focus on his kids, building a relationship with his kids
And then,
through honesty. Because like you said, I forgot he had tried to push up on Joy. And at the same time, I was like, boy, you just got out of jail. Go ahead, sling it. Because you need to catch up.
Sling it.
And I hate
well, clearly he was
when...
slinging over the 12 years.
No, it's true. And I tell this to my brother that's, you know, he's still rehabilitating after getting out. Like, stop trying to come out and get wiped up because you know you're not really going to be faithful. Like, you want to get a taste of all this stuff that you've been missing. So give yourself a year or two, you know, before really deciding to settle down, especially with somebody you already had something with. If y'all really have something that's not going nowhere, really focus on your kids.
Yeah.
And be honest with them.
And be honest.
Because that's what's going to make your son is going to respect that. He's older now. He's going to respect the truth, not you lying, trying to say, I'm trying to work with your mother, but she ain't giving me a chance. He's going to see through that.
Yeah.
We saw Power. Come on now. Don't lie to your son.
Right.
You gonna
we
get
saw
killed.
how that ended. Okay.
Oh
it
my
did not
God.
end well.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that I personally do not think are gonna end well, let's get into Amara and her trying to be friends with Shay, and then turns around and, you know, wants to rekindle this thing with Jojo. First, okay, let's talk about her and Shay first. So
I'm here for it. I mean, we already know that's more of a genuine friendship. She's dating his brother. She's in love with her brother. So they're technically like really
family is important, and it does play into the decisions you make when you decide. Like, she's technically MJ and Shay are family,
right?
But and that's what she said.
Girlfriendness and the way she wants to engage in communion with this man is allowing for there to be I'm not in the family yet, but I see myself, which is a great woman thing you need to see.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's placing herself in this family, and he's placing himself in hers, and they're getting along enough to where you can see this is not a waste of their time. Out of all the couples I've seen, this is one of the most... You learn a lot, but I see some beginnings of beautifulfulness.
Yeah, like I'm here for it. I'm here for again, like we saw what caused their little falling out, Shay and Amara, and it's Jojo, and I feel like Amara just trying to be super friendly. Jojo showed her true colors again. To be like, oh, just to let you know, if you was texting him, like, girl, bye. Like, that's nothing.
Girl, okay, and that should have been a red flag for Amara.
No,
because how dare you? Like, I hate when just females or even men do this too. Like, don't try to sprinkle in, oh, he was texting me, and you clearly didn't respond, and he didn't move forward.
Let me tell you something. I got homegirls that I hooked up with a man before they was together, before I even knew who she was, and I've never told them because it's not my place.
Right.
Why am I no, it's not my place. You're with him. He's with you. He peeps that we're friends. It's his place. Because it's my place to tell
you
my
guys
man,
be in a relationship.
it's my place to tell my man, like, oh, you know what? Before we were talking, I used to talk to your friend. It depending on who that friend is, they can have that conversation, but it's not that friend's place. We're in a relationship. I don't feel that it was. I feel like if what's the boyfriend's name?
Emjay.
If MJ's gonna tell Amara, yo, I used to talk to Jojo, but not really, because it was just a text. He just was trying to talk to her. It didn't go nowhere. I don't even really think that that's nothing to tell. But I'm just speaking from, like, yeah, if I hooked up with your man years before I knew you, he knew you, it's not my place to tell you that I hooked up with your man.
That's nothing to talk
ago.
about.
Yeah, and
that's what I'm
like
saying.
you said, if he sees interaction,
That's
he
what
should be
makes
like,
that
you know what, babe, we did
gray
have a
area-ness.
thing, but you know,
if it was
we
even a
cool.
thing, like he might not even been on the page that she thinks he was
But
on.
it's just
So
it's just how
totally nothing.
He probably thought I was just trying to
nothing.
hit you up to get some clothes.
Oh yeah, or some business type stuff.
Exactly.
Like,
She didn't specify. She was just like, oh, he used to text me. Like, it was just how she brought it up. Like,
but I
we're
don't
talking
mind
about
honesty
our friendship.
Wait, I don't. The only reason why I have because I feel solid with what y'all saying. It has a lot of truth to that, and no one likes unnecessary drama in their life. I wasn't necessarily against it only because you don't want, like, again, if that would have been brought up later and you'd be like, you was in my face, you never said something happened. If there was something, then that could possibly, but it depends on the levels of. This is why this is a very gray area in our industry, because you could be close, not close. It could be a time and thing where you're gonna meet almost everybody in some type of time frame of you living in a certain circle of it's for entertainment, or even if you're a teacher or a nurse or a doctor. If you're in the small circle, eventually you're gonna cross paths. When that happens, it's very chemistry, whether it matters or not. I feel that it could be justified if they were close, but they weren't, so it's not.
I get it.
It seems like the shade that you are, so I'm on your side.
I get what you're saying, but do you remember how she snuck it in there? I get
Yes,
it.
that's I'm sorry.
She should have let them finish talking and rekindled this, and then was like, you know
All
what?
I can say
This
is I
has
had
been
some
on my
homeboys who
heart,
could've
and I
saved me
need
from
to
some
share
drama.
with you. Let me finish. I need to share with you this because as a friend, we're trying to rekindle our relationship. I want you to know that we did kind of communicate. It was nothing. No, she was like, oh yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you I know him. Oh yeah, he used to text me. Like you're not
She
trying
said
to.
it mad messy, and I swear this is the 3rd season
I'll
of
give you that.
Miami, and season after season, I like her less and less. I'm actually liking how much I don't see her on the camera because this was the first time we saw you this season, and there you go, reminding us again that you're our shady person.
Because let's talk about how she's written 2 people off the show at this point.
Joy and Jojo.
Yeah.
Girl.
Okay, so yeah, that's my take on that. Jojo, corny, angry bird face. Yeah.
Girl, well, yeah. Did we recap in time?
Yeah, what you want to get into this news and
Let's
gossip?
get into this news and gossip.
Okay.
TV News.
It's going good. First we gonna start with Trick Daddy because it just popped into my mind. I wish I had remembered to send him the video. Because Trick Daddy went viral this week. He performed. He did a concert. He performed, and he was it was the start of You Don't Know Nant, and he just started popping it, with the bare belly, with the henny belly. And he went viral. Everybody was posting it. So it's good to see Trick Daddy still living his best life,
Regardless of the charges or whatever.
It's gonna happen. He out on
Right.
bail. So.
He out on bail. We saw him talking about
Brother ain't
it.
broke.
I found his explanation to the arrest weird, with him saying like
What
he was
was it
asleep.
again? Oh,
He said he was asleep and they woke him up and threw all these charges at him. Okay, Trick
Meow,
Daddy.
Trick
Daddy. You don't know that. Nuh-uh. And other news and gossip for Love and Hip Hop Miami, Jeroslyn. She is doing her thing with her other show, Jeroslyn's Cabaret. People are getting to see more of her relationship also with her on Marriage Bootcamp with Ballistic, who I really love Ballistic and Jeroslyn together because, okay, I'm not crazy like Jeroslyn, but I am crazy. And I have a good man by my side that kind of keeps me mellow. And so when I see how Ballistic is, I can see the balance. I can see how he can help keep her. Stevie J was not a good balance for her. A dude like
not at all.
Ballistic is exactly what she needs. So you can check them out on Marriage Bootcamp, and also she got her own show on Jeroslyn's Cabaret, doing her thing, trying to
Come on,
enlighten the
Jeroslyn.
next generation of exotic dancers.
Come on, girl, because we need some more, some light shed upon her because they even talked a little bit about her this episode too. So,
Oh right, with
I think she's just a
prima
powerhouse.
donna.
prima donna.
She's smart though.
She is.
Smart.
She's smart.
You know, she has a way about herself.
Let me tell you, most dancers, exotic dancers, they're hustlers. They know how to
sure.
make money. Black China has a college degree. She came out here. She started her own businesses. You know, learn how to make your money flip, make it work for you. So
And that's why she was on that Oscar carpet while everybody was coming for her.
I love our tangents. I love our little side tangents. But that's all the news and gossip from me.
Yes. Okay.
So
Here-
our special segment.
Special segment. Okay, so guys, we know we have not had time to do this. So
But we did
our
today.
official special segment
Yes.
is called "Who Brought the Miami Heat?" and we're gonna talk. Josh.
I like that. I like that, Josh.
Yes.
Thank you.
Whoa,
That's
whoa,
a vibe.
whoa.
Okay, so during this segment, we're gonna talk about, just who brought it this episode. Whether it was the crazy, the knowledge, the whatever. Who do you think owned this episode? So let's start with Alfie.
Trina was the heat for this. All them girls knew how to gang up on that one little girl. It takes a certain type of people to know how to jump. And they knew the waves. They knew how to work the security guard. She was like, I'm about to go talk to my friend. Puss ass type. You know what I mean? I was really impressed with that. It takes a wolf pack to get the lamb. Or sheep in this situation. She was very sheepish.
A mem or I say GIF.
GIF is a GIF
I'm
or
a
GIF,
GIF
y'all.
to everybody.
Everybody says
Excuse
GIF,
me.
but the reason I say GIF is because how do you spell GIF? Like a Christmas gift. And if you take a T out, it's GIF. How you gonna say Jif? Jif is J-I-F. We got Jiffy.
Well, people were
peanut
saying
butter.
because it's like G-I-G, Jif. So I don't know.
Anyway,
so okay.
I think who brought the heat? I'm sticking with my girl Saucy Santana. I feel like she brought the girls back on track.
She did.
By reminding them that they have platforms, they have followers, they have funds, they have connections to do their own tour.
That's the dude you talking about.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But we call that's our.
I know, I get it.
Yeah.
He twerks everywhere. That's why he got shot up in the library.
Hey.
Oh.
That's Miami's fault. They need to stop. They need to be more inclusive. Everybody could twerk.
Yeah, they inclusive. But
So
you
my
can't go to
good
Texas
sis,
doing some
Saucy,
things.
I'm just here for Saucy. I want to see more of Saucy on Love and Hip Hop Miami. I don't want her to be a friend of the show. Put Saucy on the show. Get rid of Jojo. Enjoy. That's my take.
Y'all took all
They
the good
kinda
ones.
represented.
Dang.
Oh no, there's still more. Who brought the heat? You know who brought the heat.
Child, who brought the heat?
Hood Brat's neon wig and that neon Asha.
She was the Grinch that stole.
I'm gonna say prima donna. I'm gonna say prima donna because we didn't really touch on her today. I think she
did,
brought the heat. She is letting Jeroslyn know, baby, I'm not one to mess with.
Yeah.
And you tried to get one over on me, but it's my time to bring it back to reality.
I like how she
Right.
flips the
She
script.
even talked about how she brought in Dawn. We saw that last episode.
We did.
And you know, I guess Jeroslyn better watch out because
Watch
prima donna.
out.
We thought she let it slide because I really thought she was just gonna let it go, but nah,
she ain't
she's
gonna let it go.
bringing the upcoming Miami Heat.
But I like people like prima donna who are strategic with their comebacks. I like that. Don't be, we see Sukihana, how she could react, but you see prima donna, how she could react. Ladies, make your choice of how you choose to react.
And a true hustler, as she stated on this show. She made a whole song doing a music video. See, she's getting her coins in a smart way. She's pulling a Nicki Minaj when she got
Hello.
Queen Radio. And instead of talking to the press, I'm going to talk about my drama on my show and get the coins for it.
Right.
I am
And
here for it.
Like my girl Ron Ali, who does the same thing on her show on site because, Cardi
You be
B's trying to
posting all of they stuff.
Yeah.
That's how I got the Meg tea today.
Oh yeah, thank you,
I have
girl.
no
Thank
idea
you,
what
girl.
you're
Yes,
talking
yes,
about.
yes.
That's my
That show's
well,
amazing.
Guys, we've had a successful show.
We
AfterBuzz.
and we finally did our special segment.
This is great, guys. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed today. I had a good time.
Yeah.
That's a wrap. We'll see
where
you guys
can
next
we
week.
follow you?
Yeah, where are we gonna go?
Oh, Alfred Nolan Thomas, the number 2, all social medias.
At Jeroslyn Diva, Jeroslyn Diva.
Yes, and you guys can find me on all social media platforms. I got a new ad name at Tyra Prude Official. You
Hey.
know.
The official
We'll
girl.
see you guys next week. Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.